out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that. One force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And going deep for it. He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He was looking for Watkins that time. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Charles Chubb, heck of a rookie season, but do you think it bothers him that he had 996 yards?
I'll guarantee you it bothers him. It reminds me of a runner by the name of Dave Hampton, who played for the Atlanta Falcons, who actually went over 1,000 yards in a 14-game season. They gave him the game ball, stopped the game and applauded for him, and then he took another carry and lost yardage and finished the season at 996 yards and never came close to 1,000 again.
But still, though, Nick Chubb, great season, finishing 10th in the league in rushing as a rookie.
And don't forget his signature run against the Atlanta Falcons, 92 yards for a touchdown.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's one of two Colquitts punting in our game here. This is Britton who gets the first shot. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And taken at the 46. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Z. So. Go get him.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. So. Ace. So.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Alan Bailey in on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Ace, ace. Ace, ace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Slow, slow, slow. Z, 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 Z. Slow, slow, slow. Run up.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Ace, ace.
Mahomes now on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90. Left, 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 left. Ace, ace. 51, Mike 51. Left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year.
And how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone will take that. But you're right. What's the next step? With Baker Mayfield at quarterback, they believe they can contend for a playoff spot next year. They still will need some help on the defensive end, but what a great place they've started. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Denzel Ward at cornerback, both of them going to the Pro Bowl this season.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Second down, Mayfield dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Set, B-19, B-19.
Mayfield looks to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Left, 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 left. Here we go now. Blue 45, blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z, 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 Z. There we go now.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Steps away to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
As we mentioned, here's older brother Dustin Colquitt to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a 1st down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Throwing middle, and it's complete. We're back now in KC. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. Underneath for Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So that one will be accepted. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Z.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Left.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Black 58 rail. Brave. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Left.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gun!
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Back to throw, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And this one's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Left, 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 left. So.
Now Mahomes. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Blue 45. Z, 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 Z. So. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Black 58 Ram. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. So. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z.
To throw is Mahomes. It fights him off. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. So. Z, 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 Z.
On first down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Trying to go back to Watkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90. So. Ace.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor. Over the middle, it's Fells. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Taylor. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Taylor now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Taylor. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On third down, Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go deep for Conley. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield, hit you little people.
Good run there. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.